Hi, Gizmo. Aren't you a beauty? This is Gizmo, and he's a member of the Nanaimo Kennel Club. We're going to talk to some of the members today and find out about their upcoming show. You're watching Go Island. Hey, buddy. On today's show, scouting for a new hut, or at least saving the one they have, the things you didn't learn in school, and a road trip with Dunya Tozy. That and more in the next 30 minutes. The Nanaimo Kennel Club is hosting their annual show right here at the Centennial Building of Bowen Park in Nanaimo, June 13th to 16th. I don't know a whole lot about the dog world, but I hear this show is huge. We're going to find out what's involved with members of the Nanaimo Kennel Club on this edition of Go. But first, here's a Derek Johnstone. It's an old building. It's been used by a large variety of groups in the Harbor City, and it's starting to show its age. But it's home to scouts, and they want it fixed up. You're watching Go Island on Shaw TV Channel 4. A beautiful sunny day here outside the Centennial Building at Bevan Park in Nanaimo. It's a bit windy, but I'll take it over rain any day. The Nanaimo Kennel Club is hosting its annual show right here, June 13th to 16th. A portion of that is confirmation. What the heck is confirmation? Doug Savory is the VP with the Kennel Club. For those who don't know,
confirmation is basically your beauty pageant. How well the dog compares to the standard that's created for the dog. So when you bring your dog into the ring, the judge is looking to compare your dog to the standard, not against the other dogs in the ring.
Okay, and how does Gizmo compare? He's a Newfoundland dog?
Newfoundland dog.
Okay.
Right now, laying down, he wouldn't compare very well. You either have to have your dog stacked or moving in the ring, and that's the judge is going to tell you how to move.
Okay.
He's a very good example of the standard. Large head, large bone, good structure, good movement when he wants to move.
Okay, now on the opposite end of the scale, we have a little miniature Schnauzer there.
Yes.
What kind of things are we looking for?
Schnauzer's a terrier, so attitude is important within the terriers, and in that particular terrier, as in many, the coat's very important to the dog.
Okay. And now we have a type of sheepdog here, you said?
Yeah, that's a bearded collie. So though it is a type of a sheepdog, it is a bearded collie. Once again, movement's very important, structure's very important, and the coat's very important with the bearded collie.
The texture of the coat.
Yeah, and the overall condition of the coat. Yeah.
Okay. Now what are these two little guys here?
Those are Chihuahuas. Those are long-haired Chihuahuas.
Okay.
You want a nice presented dog, same thing, good example to the standard.
Great. And then this one over here.
That's a Bouvier.
Bouvier.
Yeah. And structure, again, very important, movement very important, herding type dog.
Now, does it come down to breeding, or can you take a dog that maybe wouldn't be show worthy, if that's the right phrase, and with lifestyle and grooming and things, get them ready for a show to do well?
Well, with grooming, you can visually cover up, as long as your dog's long-haired. I mean, it's hard to do in a short coat dog. Right. But with a long-haired dog, you can usually cover up just about anything, but a good judge is going to put their hands on the dog and figure it out fairly quickly.
Okay.
So the breeding and the background of the dog is usually very important to how well it does in the ring.
And confirmation is one of the categories. There are 3 coming up at the show?
Yes, at this show we're going to have confirmation, rally, and obedience.
Okay, Doug, thank you.
Thank you.
We're going to talk about rally and obedience later on this edition of Go Island. I bet you some of these dogs are better behaved than I am in certain situations. Have you ever been out about in life going, I never learned this in school, but it would have been good if I'd had these skills? Well, if you went to school in Port Alberni, maybe you would be able to say that. Here's Nancy Wilmot. Hello, Rico. Oh, he's so friendly. That is Rico. He's 2 years old. He is currently the top Newfoundland dog in Canada. Doug and Cindy went and picked him up in Spain. Hello. Are you going to give me another hug? You will be back with more of the Nanaimo Kennel Club after a short break. Wow. Ugh. Still ahead today on Go Island, glamping. It's camping with style at historic Fort Rod Hill and a visit to the Fraser River Discovery Center. That and more still ahead today on Go Island. That is Blaze, an award-winning, I'm assuming,
yes,
Papillon, a member of the Nanaimo Kennel Club. You're watching Go Island on Shaw TV Channel 4, and this is Maggie Henigman, and she's a director with the Kennel Club, talking to us about rally. What is that?
Rally is a performance sport that is done by a number of our members. It's a great sport for getting the dogs out. It's fairly simple to learn. The dogs run through a course that the judge will make up with about maybe 15 or so stations, at which point the dog is going to perform a number of different types of exercises.
Okay.
And they're judged on their performance in that sport.
And we have someone doing a little bit of a demonstration behind us here. Is that Linda?
That's Linda.
And who's her dog?
Mario.
And is Rally reserved more for the toy breeds in
Not
dogs?
at all. No, all breeds can compete, and in fact are on the island here. We have the Association of Island Obedience Clubs that include non-purebred dogs as well.
Okay. Now we're going to talk about obedience a bit later on in this edition of Go Island. There's too many jokes for me to even get started. I've never been very obedient myself. But how is Rally different or supportive or connected to obedience?
Okay, obedience lays the foundation work for heel, sit, stand, down, come, all those kinds of commands. And Rally actually takes it to a different level where you're performing on your own. The judge isn't giving you direction. You're just following the direction at each station on the cards that are laid out for you. And you take your own time. You can either go really fast or take your time with it, and it's a lot of fun.
Is what they're doing here fairly advanced, fairly complicated?
Mario, I believe, is actually working at a novice level at this point. Yeah.
Oh, how old is he? Do you know?
He's 7 years old.
7 years old, moving like a little bit of a puppy. And you do Rally yourself with your guy here?
Yeah, actually, Blaze, up, sit. Blaze was actually number 8 toy rally dog in Canada last year, so he's done all of his rally excellent advanced work, and he's quite talented in rally.
What a time commitment on your part. How
It
many
is.
hours a day, a week do you spend rallying with your dog?
Well, I have 4 dogs, and they're all trained in obedience and rally, so it's a tremendous amount of time. Yeah.
Thank you for
on
sharing
top
with
of
us.
working.
Yeah, right. Thanks for sharing with us today. If you've heard of glamping, maybe it's for you. It is glamping, camping with a little bit of luxury, some of the comforts of home, and that's exactly what's happening these days at Fort Rod Hill in Victoria. Here's Jen Moranitz. You're watching Go Island on Shaw TV Channel 4. Sit, come, stand, heel, make dinner, make the bed, go to work. Anyways, it's all getting into obedience. And Carol Walker is with the Nanaimo Kennel Club. What is the definition of obedience in the dog world?
Competition-wise, it's to have a dog that will do what you command it to do. When you first start, you can use verbal, and it's all done on leash. As you progress, you lose the leash and you lose the verbal, and at the upper level of utility, which I believe this dog is doing now, there are no verbals. Basically, it's all done by signals.
Okay, so they're pretty advanced what they're doing.
They're pretty advanced, and however, using the signals, you can use that in everyday life. Supposing your dog ran
With your
across the
dog.
street. With the dog, right, yes.
Well, I wonder if it'll work on my children.
No, I tried that, it doesn't. We use treats to reward them, and then you slowly phase the treats out. You can use food, you can use toys. Some dogs are extremely toy oriented, some are extremely food oriented, and then you get some that just don't care, that they'll do it when they feel like doing it.
And I guess now I'm running the parallels with children. Every child's different, every dog is different.
Yes.
Consistency must be big, and
Oh,
what works with
huge.
the individual personality of the dog.
Yes, it does, and I have found that out the hard way because I've had Shelties for 20 years, had huge success. Switched to the Bouvier, and they are, well, I think I might do it today, but only if I really want to type thing, and I have used all the methods that I've known. Consistency, lots of praise, never ever get angry with them, and if you're having a bad hair day, don't train because it's not fair on your dog.
What does that mean? What is you having a bad hair day?
If the owner is having a bad hair day, then don't train. because you're going to take it out either on your dog, maybe your child, maybe your husband, maybe your friend. So I always say if you're having a bad hair day, don't train. Do something pleasurable with your dog.
Okay. Well, with pink in your hair, which is fabulous, I don't think it's possible for you to have a bad hair day.
No.
Thank you, Carol.
You're welcome.
We're going to throw things over now to a lady who never ever has a bad hair day either. It's Dunya Tozy on a road trip. This is Marcus. He's a member of the Nanaimo Kennel Club and will be showing in the upcoming annual event for the Nanaimo Kennel Club. It runs right here at the Centennial Building in Bevan Park, June 13th, 14th, 15th, and 16th. These are only some of Marcus's ribbons. You can get more information at nanaimokennelclub.ca. That's it for this edition of Go Island. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time. Good luck, everybody, at the show.